In this video, I will show you what $4 million buys in the hills west of Austin, Texas. If you like the views in this community, I'll talk about varying price points in this neighborhood later on in the video. First, focusing in on the home, we're over 5,300 square feet. It's a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom, 2020 build sitting on over 1.7 acres. Now this home is currently for sale at $4 million, and you're seeing why right when we walk through this front door. Great interior design, and then you have a view right out those sliding glass doors, and we're gonna see that view from so many different areas in the home. There's a game room downstairs, primary bedroom is incredible. Upstairs, there's this workout room that looks out to the hillside, as well as the waterway that's behind this home. Now, I did want to give credit to the listing agent for this home, Steve Dedear at Coldwell Banker Realty. It's a beautiful listing, and that beauty starts right here in the kitchen, where they did a drop ceiling design with lighting around it. We have two-tone cabinets, so the kitchen island is dark. The exterior cabinets are all very light and bright. And then they mixed up the countertops as well. The kitchen island countertop is very light with these dark veins running through it, and then the remaining countertops are all dark, pulling those veins out of the kitchen island. Above this large stovetop, we have this designer vent hood, and I think looking at the kitchen as a whole, that kitchen cabinet wrap around the island and the designer vent hood just provide that dark contrast that really stick out in this kitchen, providing its beauty. Now that continues here with this apron sink that looks out to that beautiful fireplace in the living room. Off your left shoulder, you have the dining room, which has this incredible view looking out to the pool and the backyard. And we're gonna get to this dining room next after I just show you the pantry. And while we walk over to the pantry, a couple things I wanna mention. First off, the sellers are open to selling this home furnished. So unlike most homes that we walk that I post on my channel, where it's a model home offered by a builder, but it's not really for sale, it's just for representation purposes only, this is completely different. This home is for sale, like I was saying earlier, and all the furnishings that you're seeing in this home can be sold with the home. Second, my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented buyers with 19 different builders just in the last 2 years. So if you're looking at different options offered by builders, I'll give you my insight later on in the video, but what I want to focus in on next are the views that are here right in the dining room. And you're actually catching a glimpse into the game room on the left side that has incredible views that will blow you away. And I think you'll find throughout this home, as we get further and further along, the views just get better and better and better. The design continues to hit as well, where you have beams running across the ceiling, you have this great light fixture above this 8-seater dining table, and then you just have windows everywhere. And I just have to take a seat to give you the full experience. Imagine just sitting down here for dinner. Off your left shoulder, you got that great view off of the pool. Off your right shoulder, you have this great kitchen that opens up into this living room with even taller ceilings. And that's where we're gonna get to next, and then we're gonna head outside, and I can't wait for you to see the backyard. Now in this living room, I love the windows that are on the front and back wall. So you just have so much natural light coming in from both directions. And then I love the design that's in here. They have a great chandelier that's hanging down from beams that are in this tray ceiling. And then you might notice the entire sidewall is this wood look accent, which is amazing. And I'll give you a closer look at this because I think this is where the combination of design and views come together to really make a living space feel special. And that happens here when you walk in the front door, because your eyes go from the right side of the room with that fireplace design, that whole accent wall, all the way to the left side of the room where you have that beautiful kitchen, and then your eyes go right through these sliding glass doors to this incredible view. And so like I said, that combination of great design and views is special, and so is this backyard patio. Imagine having a backyard like this, where you have this shaded area, where you have a TV, you have lots of seating. On the left side of this patio, you have a grill and another seating area. You have a fire pit in the back left. In the pool, you have in-water seating with Butlers, and it all looks out to this hillside and the Colorado River that's in the back right of this property. This is absolutely incredible, and to give you the full experience, I just got to take a seat in this fire pit area because I want you to imagine spending time here in this backyard. I also want to tell you a little bit about this community, which is called Rough Hollow. Now, Rough Hollow is known for its beauty and its amenities. Now, you obviously see the beauty right in front of us. The amenities are like no other community. So Rough Hollow has its own yacht club and marina. It's got 22 miles of hike and bike trails. It has a water-themed community center that has basketball, tennis, pickleball. It even has its own restaurant inside the neighborhood called Canyon Grill. Now, for this specific home, we are an exclusive part of the neighborhood behind two gates called the Peninsula at Rough Hollow. So this area has private access to its own tram with a waterfront dock. It has a 2-story observation deck. And there are just so many different parts of Rough Hollow, as you can tell, that offers something different than most communities that are out there. Now, I mentioned earlier, there are also varying price points. So there have been recent closings in this neighborhood at $500,000, and then it just goes up from there with, resales and production home builders, all the way up to custom home builds like this one that's listed for $4 million. There's also another custom home in this neighborhood that closed last month at just under $6 million. So everything from $500,000 to multi-millions. There are so many price points that people can buy into that capture views and the beauty that's here in Lakeway. Obviously, not every home has a view, but even if you don't, just even driving through the community is beautiful. And I've had a recent closing with a production home builder where my buyers moved here from Chicago. Shout out to them if they're watching. And they just were so captured by the beauty of just driving through the community and experiencing some of the amenities that are here in Rough Hollow. Now, we are in a suburb called Lakeway, Texas. It's just west of Austin, and Lakeway is known for its beauty, which we're definitely seeing in this backyard. But what most people don't know about Lakeway is there is a future project coming to the heart of Lakeway called the Square at Lomans. Now, I'll post an article from the Statesman in the description of this video that basically talks about the project. It's a $500 million mixed-use development project, meaning there will be homes and apartments, but also office and retail space. There'll also be an outdoor gathering space, a park, an amphitheater, and a pavilion. And it's great to see growth happening in areas like this, where it's not just great homes, but also projects that are adding to the livability here in Lakeway, Texas. Okay, moving on, I have a surprise for you next, and that's right here getting back into the home in the primary bedroom. Now, I purposely kept the shades down because you just have to experience this. I want you to imagine waking up in this home, clicking a button, and your motorized shades in your primary bedroom just go up, and this is your view off your backyard. Even with the guy back there that is spraying for weeds, I think you can still recognize the beauty that's right here, right from your own primary bedroom. This is why I love touring these custom homes, because when they build on a lot, they can build the plans to exactly what they think makes sense for the lot. And what makes sense for this lot is definitely the primary bedroom and the downstairs game room, which we'll see after this, on the back of the home, capturing the view and the beauty that's here on this lot. What complements that view is going to be this tray ceiling and the beams running in that tray ceiling. It just makes your eyes go upward when you enter this primary bedroom, and then obviously look outward through the windows to really capture the view, and that combination makes this space feel so big. Moving on, we are in the primary bathroom. I love the fixtures that they put in this bathroom and some of the upgrades that they did here, like the freestanding tub. What's unique about this bathroom is the same tile work that you're going to see in the bathroom is also the accent wall to the right of this freestanding tub. And then above this tub, they did this very cool chandelier, and that matches up really well with the hardware that's on the cabinets behind me, which I'm going to show next. Now, I like the neutral colors that they chose in here. It's something that I think is going to be marketable for many years to come. And then a great feature in this bathroom is you might notice these circles in the ceiling. Those are built-in speakers, and I think that that's great to have in your bathroom. I'm actually finding a lot of buyers tell me that when they're getting ready for the day, they love listening to either music or a podcast or something to get their day started, or if they're in here after a long day of work, it's nice to just unwind and listen to something while you're in the shower or in your bathroom. Now, from a design standpoint, I love the movement that's here in the tile, some very dark veins running through this gray tile. They even fit a window in this walk-in shower, which I think is important. I think areas that you're going to be spending a lot of time in early in the morning when you're just getting ready, it's important to have as much natural light as possible. I was reading an article recently that said something about natural light and how it affects how you start your day. And so the best thing that you can do is pull back the curtains, roll up the shades, and get as much natural light coming into the areas that you're getting ready in. Now that continues here in the primary closet where you have a chandelier, you also have a window at the top left there, and you have lots of built-ins, shelves, rods in this closet. Now what I like about this closet is you have this big area with lots of space, and they even have this separate nook area. Now I'm calling it a nook area, but to be frank, if this was my home, this would be the only area I would get with my closet. And you know what? It's perfect. One of those shelves could fit all my t-shirts I still have from high school. Okay, moving on, we're gonna head back to the front of the home. We're gonna show you a study, powder bathroom. There's a second bedroom downstairs that has an in-suite full bathroom. And then I can't wait for you to see that game room on the back of the home. Because if you think these windows are great with this incredible view, wait until you see that game room. It's so spacious and the windows are massive. Now, while we head over to the front of the home, I want to just highlight something that popped out to me because I've walked through hundreds and hundreds of these homes, and I've walked a lot of homes with views. And why I think this home is unique is because there's very little compromise. When walking through other homes, when you get a view like this, often there's some sort of compromise, like you don't get usable backyard space because there's such a massive slope in the backyard. Or I've walked homes where to get that backyard usable space, you have to compromise on the interior, where your first floor is tiny, you just don't get as many rooms, you don't get a study like this on the front of your home, or 2 bedrooms downstairs, definitely not a game room downstairs. Finally, I've seen homes that don't have a view on the first floor. To get that view, you have to go up on the second floor to be of the tree line, so you get the big first floor, you get the big backyard, but then you just don't get the view on your first floor. Of course, what you're seeing here in this home is you get everything. You get a lot of square footage on your first floor, you get that big backyard, that was a huge patio with a pool, you still get usable yard space around that pool, and then you have views everywhere. And it's very rare to get all of these things combined in one home. Now, I know we walked that study, it had a mattress on the floor, but I'm calling it a study because this is just a powder bathroom that has this very cool accent wall. But it's not a full bathroom, so most bedrooms would have a full bathroom off of them. I think this is perfect for a study because it's private from the other areas in the home, and I think this powder bathroom is in a good location because it's right next to the main living area. Okay, moving on, we're gonna head over to the garage area, then I'll show you the second bedroom downstairs, and there's still a lot to see here. I've talked a lot about that game room in the back of the home. There's even a workout room upstairs that has padding on the floor and has a wall that's just all mirrors, and then the other walls are all windows. That probably has the best view in this home, so I can't wait for you to see that as well. Now, something I didn't show at the beginning of the video is we have a side entrance 3-car garage, and that's why we have a mud bench here. It's because this door goes to that 3-car side entrance garage. And so along the left side of the property line, you have this winding driveway leading up to this garage. I didn't show it at the beginning of the video, but I think later on in the video, I'll take my drone up in the air and I should be able to catch how that looks, because this home feels so big from the exterior, where even just the front of the home where you have the front entrance and then the surrounding area felt big. I didn't even include the driveway on the left side, which makes it feel that much bigger. Now, entering in through the garage, we do have the utility room on this side where we have washer dryer, we do have a sink, we have great built-in cabinetry where I like that white and black look that they continue throughout this utility room. We also have a separate space for a second refrigerator right here. I like in this utility room, they still fit a window in, bringing in some good natural light into this area. Now, we do have 2 bedrooms downstairs, so we've obviously seen the primary bedroom already. The second bedroom is going to be on the opposite side of that primary bedroom, so I like how they're private from each other, but when you exit both of those bedrooms, or really any room on this first floor, you're met with this wide open main living area. Now, something that I missed earlier in the video, probably because I was looking out at that great view, is there is this Butlers pantry in the dining room. I like that they use dark cabinets. It makes this space feel very unique. You have another sink here and a wine fridge, and this entire area is right off of the second bedroom downstairs. Now, what I like about this bedroom is when you enter, you're met with a couple windows on the side, you have tall ceilings, and then we also have an en-suite full bathroom. Now, I can't tell you how important it is to have a second bedroom downstairs like this. I have so many buyers now looking at new builds or resales, and for the resales, a lot of the homes built in the early 2000s, really up until like maybe 2015, 2016, they all have one bedroom downstairs and then 3 to 4 bedrooms upstairs. And obviously I shouldn't say all of them have that. It's the bulk of the inventory out there it's just primary bedroom down, everything else is upstairs. And I think a lot of newer homes are being built for people that have the need to have 2 bedrooms downstairs. And I think your primary home buyer right now, from what I'm hearing, is it's 2 different primary home buyers. You either have one that is a new family or thinking about starting a family, so they want a second bedroom downstairs for kids that they want staying with them on the first floor, or they have parents or somebody elderly they don't want going up and down the steps, or they have both. Either way, that second bedroom downstairs is vitally important to their livability. The second type of buyer is somebody who's retired or close to retired, and they either want a 1-story plan or they want a 2-story. And if they have a 2-story plan, they want a lot of square footage on the first floor. And as you'll see as we enter in through this game room that has this bar on the left side, this home fits all the requirements for the majority of buyers that are out there. And that's why I continue to highlight homes like this, because this is incredible. First off, you have this huge couch in the middle of this big game room. You have windows on 3 different walls, all looking out to that incredible view that we've seen in different areas of the home. And I think this is just the perfect hangout area. So I just have to take a seat because you have to enjoy this with me. Just imagine you got a view off your left shoulder. On your right shoulder, you got this bar with a mini fridge. You even have a kegerator back there. And everything is just so surreal in this room because when you enter it, you're just struck by the view and the amount of space that's in this room. And that combination is fantastic. So this is the part of the video where I got to tell you that I'm recording this using my cell phone. So I have to tell you, if I can get this good of a view capturing this on my cell phone, what do you think it's going to be like when you walk this home in person? And so I have to encourage you, if you are thinking about moving to Austin, Texas, or its surrounding areas, reach out to me. My number's in the description of this video. Even if it's late at night, just shoot me a text introducing yourself, and I'll reach out to you and we can talk about your criteria and figure out how to get great views like this or be in fantastic communities like this one. Now, getting to this full bathroom that's off of the game room, for some reason, I couldn't get that door open. I didn't want to push too hard and damage something, so I think I just let the listing agent know. I think there's just some adjustment they had to do there, but no big deal. We still could see the walk-in shower. You got floating shelves here above the commode, and then as you exit this full bathroom, you even have a separate patio door to get to the back patio. Okay, moving on, we're gonna head upstairs, and by the end of this video, I wanna know what your favorite part of this home was in the comments section, and I read every comment, so I'm excited to hear from you. Right now, I gotta tell you, that game room is in my #1 spot because I rarely see it on the first floor with a view like that, with the amount of room that's there. And when I walk through this home myself, I couldn't help but get lost in imagination of thinking about my family and friends coming down and spending time in that game room and just having a home to entertain everyone. Now that continues upstairs where you can entertain so many people in this second floor loft area where we have a tray ceiling, beams running across that ceiling, an amazing view off this second floor loft area. And then I don't think I showed it, behind me are actually bunk beds within this loft area. So we have 3 bedrooms upstairs. And then if you end up having a lot of people staying with you, you even have room for some young kids to stay on these very cool built-in bunk beds. Now, I've continued to tell you there's this amazing workout room that probably has the best view in this home. And this is it. So we have padding on the floor. We have those mirrors that I was telling you about that just makes the space feel big. And then you have these windows that look out to the hillside behind the home and the Colorado River that's there in the distance. And this is the dream builder. Imagine working out from home right here where you're running on a treadmill, you're pumping some weights, and you just have this incredible view to look out to. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, to get a home like this with an amazing view, you have to buy a multi-million-dollar home. I want to tell you, times have changed. There's a company right now that offers fractional shares of vacation homes, some of which have incredible views. But instead of paying millions of dollars, you just have to pay for your share. For example, while walking this home, I got a notification on my phone of a new listing that's a vacation home in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. The home's over 3,800 square feet. It has a view of the ocean, and the share price is $550,000. Now, I'm not talking about timeshares or renting. I'm talking about actual ownership of a vacation home without dealing with all the headaches that come with second home ownership. Now, if you want more details on that, reach out to me. Again, my info's in the description of this video, and I'll post a link in the description of this video that shows you listings of vacation homes that you can buy a fractional share in and get actual ownership in a home that you can access throughout the year. And that link is going to be next to want a share of a vacation home in the description of this video. Moving on, we're going to take a look at the other 2 bedrooms that are upstairs. This is counting as one of the 3 bedrooms upstairs. Even though it's a workout room area, you could obviously turn that into a bedroom if you wanted. It does have an in-suite full bathroom. And then before we get to those 2 bedrooms, we did have a closet space right off of your loft area. Now, the door on the left side is going to be going to the attic, so I believe access to the HVAC unit is either there or in another location, but not much to see there. We do have second floor laundry, which you see right in front of us. So you see that gas for the dryer and then the plumbing for the washer on the left side. Now, what I also want to mention is in that closet that we saw prior to this one, they had all the electronics ending there. And I actually just had a buyer build their home from scratch and pre-wire everything to end in a location where they could keep all their electronics, which I thought was very smart. It keeps everything organized electronically in one area, and also it gets very hot in that area, so they can kind of contain it to one location in their home, where if they have any issues, they need to go to those electronics, they can do that there. Now, what was very surprising getting up to the second floor is there's even a view off of the front bedroom where you can see the Colorado River towards the left side of the home. And we're going to take my drone up in the air above this home. I'll show you how close we are to that Colorado River and some of the amenities that I described earlier in the video. So I can't wait for you to see that as well. And then you might have noticed that the lawn, especially in the front yard, has some big yellow patches. You'll see that in the drone footage later. Keep in mind, at the time of recording this video, we are going through a drought. So many cities are restricting the amount of water usage that any home has, especially in the sprinkler system. I mean, I guess they can't limit how much you use on the interior, but on the exterior, sometimes they limit you to only like 1 day a week for using your sprinklers. Now, even though this drought is unusual, I can't remember the last time it rained. I think it's been weeks. We do see this happen in July and August, I think, of every year, where in the summer, the dog days of summer, we just don't see as much rain. And so the summer months, as well as the winter months where the grass goes dormant, you get that yellowish tint on the grass. Doesn't mean it's dead. It's just something that happens here in Texas. And like I said, when we have a drought, there's not a whole lot that you can do about it. Moving on, we have another bedroom that has an in-suite full bathroom here. I love this accent tile on the right side next to the shower head. And while we go through the rest of this, I did want to talk briefly about builders, because a lot of people call me on a weekly basis and they ask me, what are the best opportunities to buy right now? My answer is a few things. First off, there are still a lot of inventory homes built by builders, and the closer they are to completion, the better it is for you as the buyer, because you can be very aggressive in terms of pricing because those builders want to unload those homes off their books. The other opportunity is building from scratch when a builder is ramping up a new section that they just opened up, or they're finishing an old section and they want to get more lots in their new section from the developer, so they have big incentives to wrap up that old section. Now, I've had buyers contract in both just in the last few weeks, so if you need help with that, give me a call. My number's in the description of this video, and I'd be happy to work with you. But if I think your criteria is better with another realtor, I'll connect you with that great realtor for you. Now, I want to show you around this home to get you a better visual of the views right here. If you're ever visiting the Rough Hollow community, check out the restaurant that's in the heart of the neighborhood called Canyon Grill. There's a marina right off of that restaurant, and it's just a great place to understand the beauty that's here and the lifestyle. So you'll see people close by getting onto their boats, enjoying the Colorado River. Even when you get to the parking lot of the Canyon Grill, there are views. There are always people just stopping and taking pictures. And it's just so incredible to see, because it's not like that's a tourist area. That's just a restaurant in the heart of this neighborhood that you could be living in. Now, you're seeing a lot of private docks on this side of the peninsula. On the other side, we're going to see numerous boat docks that you can tie into. And like you're seeing this boat in the distance, experience the Colorado River for yourself. Now, I wanted to thank Steve Dedear at Coldwell Banker Realty. I appreciate you, Steve. And I also wanted to hear from you in the comments section. What was your favorite part of this home? For me, that game room in the back of the home was still my favorite part, because I have a big family, and imagining having them down all in that room, enjoying the view and hanging out was quite the dream builder. It's how I connected with this home emotionally. But again, I want to hear from you. What did you think? And then if you wanted to see another walkthrough of a beautiful home in the hills around Austin, Texas, click on the thumbnail that's appeared on your screen. And as always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.